Shalom. I want to begin the lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double blessings and honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. And today, you seen the first video. I want to talk a little bit about the MOTB, the Charagma, man. And basically, the first clip is from a show I've been watching called Fallout on Amazon. And when I seen this in the show, I basically wanted to talk about like the MOTB because it's symbolism. And you know, Esau Edom is good at putting symbolism in front of our faces through like movies and stuff like that. They do it all the time. Another example of that is the movie Leave the World Behind. If you haven't watched that, go watch that movie. That's a good movie on basically like what's gonna happen in the next few months, Lord willing, to Babylon the Great, man. So I just want to pull up a few scriptures. Not sure how long is the video gonna be. Just bear with me though, so we can get edified. But if you don't know what Fallout is, number one, I'm gonna say that Fallout is basically a video game talking about like building vaults and stuff like that within the earth. And vault like meaning like a bunker. Bunkers just mean like going down into the earth and building up a shelter to like basically save yourself from nuclear warfare or attacks, which is what's gonna happen here soon in Babylon the Great. And Esau Edom does that, or the rich people, Esau Edom do that basically as a way to shelter themselves from what the Lord has coming. But we know they can't shelter themselves from what Yahweh Shah has coming, man. So with that, I want to pull up Isaiah 2:19. Isaiah 2:19 reads, "And they shall go into the holes of the rocks, and into the caves of the earth, for fear of Yahweh, and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth." And as you can see on the NLT version, it says, "When Yahweh rises to shake the earth, his enemies will crawl into holes in the ground. They will hide in caves in the rocks from the terror of Yahweh and the glory of his majesty." Going on to 20. "In that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats." It says, "On that day of judgment they will abandon the gold and silver idols they made for themselves to worship. They will leave their gods to the rodents and bats." Going on to 21. "To go into the clefts of the rocks and into the tops of the ragged rocks, for fear of Yahweh and for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth." In NLT, "While they crawl away into caverns and hide among the jagged rocks and the cliffs, they will try to escape the terror of Yahweh and the glory of his majesty as he rises to shake the earth." So that's just a quick little verse about how Esau Edom likes to be himself. They knew back then in the biblical times that Esau Edom was gonna do stuff like this, try and build vaults and bunkers and stuff like that in the earth to try and run away from their fate, try and run away from prophecy, but they can't run away from what the Lord has coming to them, man. They reap what they sow, like it says in the Bible. And then, as far as that picture I pulled up, this is a picture I seen in in the airport, probably in January, like a few months ago. And as you can see on the screen, it says pay with your palm. So we know what that means. So let's go ahead and get some scriptures pulled up about what that's talking about. Revelation. Because it's a lot that talks about this in the Bible, man. A lot of people think that. I remember talking to my friend about it. I said, man, he was like, we were at the store and my friend was trying to pay for something with his card, and he was trying to use his chip or something like that on his card, but it kept on declining. So then he tried to swipe it and it worked. And he was like, my other friend, he was like, man, it's crazy how we went from cash to chip, or cash to swipe to chip to tap with your card and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, man. I said, next you're going to be able to pay with your hand. And he looked at me. He was like, nah, man. I don't think that's going to happen, man. I was like, oh, okay. You know, you have scoffers and stuff in the end times who not going to believe. So when you tell people stuff like that, hey, it's on them, man. You try to tell them, but like it says, you can't make people believe. But anyways, Revelations 13:15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So as we just seen in the video that I showed you, now, of course, in that video, it wasn't in his forehead, but it was in his head. And then the picture you seen, it said pay with your hand. And in the scripture we just read, it said they will receive a mark in their hand. Going on to 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So 666. All right, going on to the next verse. Revelation 14:9 reads, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High Power, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up for ever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So as we just read in Revelations 14:10 and 11, if you get that mark when they roll it out for the new world order, if you get that, you're gonna be, where did it say? Like it says, without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. So the Lord's gonna torment you with fire and brimstone if you get that. That's how serious that mark is, man. That's how serious it is. So let's move on to Revelation 15. Revelation 15:2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High Power. And let's go ahead and read the NLT version. I saw before me what seemed to be a glass sea mixed with fire, and on it stood all the people who had been victorious over the beast and his statue, and the number representing his name. They were all holding harps that the Most High had given them. So, yeah, man. Let's continue. Just reading what's going to happen, man. This is all in the Bible. Revelation 16:2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noosome and grievous sore upon the man which had the MOTB, and upon them which worshipped his image. So, like I read in the NLT, it said, so the first angel left the temple and poured out his bowl on the earth, and horrible malignant sores broke out on everyone who had it and who worshipped the statue. So let's go on to Revelation 20:4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High Power, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years. Which is, who are the people who reign with Yahushua 1,000 years? For the first part of the kingdom, the hopeful elect. And if you get that, you can't be a part of the hopeful elect, as we just read. You're still going to be an Israelite in the kingdom, but you're going to be of lower status, and you're going to regret doing it. Because, as we just read, all throughout Revelation, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, is telling you not to take it. But we've seen the signs. We've seen the signs all throughout. Esau Edom keeps on trying to promote this thing, man. We're not ignorant, man. We know what's going on. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 2. Let me go. Second Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So Esau Edom likes to put these certain symbols and images into their movies. They like to put it in plain sight for people like Jake, who just gonna look at it as another movie instead of looking at it in a spiritual sense, like we do, the hopeful elect, Lord willing, do. They don't look at it like us. Like the movie, They Clone Tyrone, for instance. When you look at that type of stuff, when you look at any movie, always try and look at it through a spiritual lens to see what Esau's trying to get over on you, like with or whatnot. That's why I try and look at things. What are they trying to plan next? What are they trying to do next? Because you know that Esau is a slithery snake, man. They deceivers by birth. So we know we're not ignorant of his devices, man. They can't outsmart the Most High Power's people, man. They cannot outsmart the children of Israel. But the 2/3, though, we know they can get over on them because they don't trust in the Lord, man. They don't fear him. Hosea 4:6 reads, My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of the Most High Power, I will also forget thy children. Now, of course, when it's saying my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge being that they have no knowledge of the Bible. If you go around any Christian or black person, they don't even know who the Israelites is. They don't know what that is because they never opened up a Bible and read it. They just like to preach and pray and sing about it. They don't do the reading, though. They don't do the work. But in this instance, also, you could be destroyed of lack of knowledge, too, because you don't know what's going on in the world. You don't look at the news. You don't keep up on nothing. So that ties into this scripture as well. And then I want to bring out my last scripture, man, for today. As it reads in Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. So as long as we keep doing the work, man, as long as we keep reading, as long as we keep being watchmen, we'll be all right, man. Lord willing, we'll be all right. We keep doing what we're supposed to do. That's going to be the stability of our times, man. The wisdom and knowledge that we're trying to seek for the next kingdom to come. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get fat for the next kingdom. Spiritually. They don't know what's going on. Let them keep wandering around. Hey, and the ones who gonna wake up, the ones who Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah wakes up, let them wake up. But for all the other people, we can't save them, man. So with that being said, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakah HaKodash. Call halal Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Shalom.